Good morning. Happy Monday. And go Eagles. Okay. So I got on my Kelly Green today. My entrepreneur John, which is a
Come on,
which is a
Philly.
Philly saying, okay. Go Birds. Yes, yes.
Tweet,
Super Bowl
tweet, 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 tweet.
champions. Welcome to the accountability call number 67. Honey, we are here to do the things that we don't want to do, that we must do. Drag ourselves to greatness so we can achieve our goals. Today we're gonna be talking about being in a cycle, being in a loop, and how, having self-awareness can help you to achieve your goals. How are you ladies doing?
Eve, how you doing, girl? You was ready to chomp at the bit, girl.
I'm feeling good. It's Black History Month. It's Kendrick Lamar week.
Come on.
Like I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I feel like time is going by really fast and slow all at the same time, and I can't keep up and think I'm keeping up all at the same time. Two things could be true at one time. So yes, good.
Amazing,
Mm-hmm.
amazing. I'm feeling good. I maybe I swing into the stuck in the loop. I know that on Sundays I can get stressed about the Mondays. Sundays are a trigger for me, and so is first of the month. That's when the bills reset. But baby, let me tell you something. I decided last night that I was not going to be stressed. I made a decision, and I was just like, the universe works to conspire with me to bring about all of my greatest desires, and that's how I'm gonna move. And when I tell you I started receiving confirmation of that, like as of like 15 minutes ago, I was like, see, I know it. I know it. So that has me feeling so good. Like it's better than just like feeling good here, but it like took me up to another level. So yeah, pull myself out of that loop. So I'm feeling real good today.
I love it. Listen, I almost did not make it to the accountability call on this day. Okay. I was partying too much last night with little people and big people in Philly. My throat was scratchy. My body was hurting from my husband's birthday party workout. And I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do it. But I was like, you know what? I am going to push through. I'm gonna put on my Beyonce chosen playlist. It is 9:30. I will be on the accountability call at 10 o'clock. Come high water. So I am feeling good that I made it and I look like somebody.
Come on.
Okay. Yes. So last week I was having a conversation with my friends, because y'all, we don't just do this here, we do this off of here too. And I was talking about being in cycles, right? And like starting to taking a step back and noticing some of the cycles in my life. And so I wanted to talk about how, from y'all's perspective, how has, taking a step back and like observing yourself through certain situations to unpack, why you do certain things, or how the way you do certain things are affecting your ability to achieve your goals, right? To do what you want to do, to be who you want to be, to make the money you want to make, right? From my perspective, one of the things that I'm doing right now is, so I'm in a stage in my business where, I haven't worked in over 18 months. And I'm seeing that my mindset and my basically my view of me is blocking my ability to make the level of revenue that I want, right? It hits, like, when life starts life, and when things start coming in, when things get hard, like I'll throw the whole strategy out the window, or I'll shift strategies because I feel like maybe I'm doing something wrong, when realistically it's like you weren't doing the things that you said you were going to do for long enough, right, to receive the result that you want, right? So for instance, for me, one of the things that I'm doing now is shifting over to digital marketing. Hey, thanks for joining us. And no, I've already shifted. Like, I have a low ticket product up, to help people be able to get the money that they need to travel. I also have my course that helps them to learn the skills to be able to, create a business that's going to let them travel anywhere and wherever they want. Right. And what I realized was, I was like, I'm not seeing the revenue that I want to see, but I also am not doing the right actions enough. Like, I'm not posting enough content. I'm not putting enough stuff out there. I'm not, doing enough follow-ups in order to see it. And so the idea is not working. And so maybe you need to do something different. But it's like, no, have you really been doing what you were supposed to be doing? Right? Did you do the things that you were supposed to do? Or were you analyzing instructions? Were you doing the instructions? Like, what are the things? So that's one of the areas that I'm reflecting on a cycle in my mind and thinking about, like, why does that happen? And I think it happens because I have been spoiled the majority of my life in that I learn stuff quickly, and I can just do a little bit and get the big result, right? Like I had to do a lot of studying, right? Like not necessarily I had to do a lot of practice. Like when I think about me and Z used to dance back in the day, I wasn't practicing at home. I just practiced at dance practice, right? And I was performing, right? So I have gotten into a habit of not having to put in a whole lot of work to get an A, right? Or to get the result that I want. And so whenever I have to put in a lot of work to get an A, I'm like, oh, something ain't right. Clearly something is not right if I got to put in all this work, right? And so when I'm realizing it does not work that way in business. Like in business, you have to put in the work. You might have to put in more work than you expected in order to get the result that you want. And so I'm starting to observe myself in it. And I think it's really helpful because when you're stuck in a cycle, if you're not stepping back to be aware of yourself and how you are contributing to the cycle, you stay there. And you're kind of looking at all of the external factors that you believe are the reason when really the reason is you.
Come on.
So what are some of the things that y'all have, do you step back in order to observe some of the cycle that you may be in when you're stuck? And what have you realized about yourself and how you are contributing to it? And how do you think that it makes it beneficial for you to be able to get out of it?
I think my therapist would like me to do this less. I'm always reflecting, I'm always analyzing, I'm always playing things back in my mind to be like, oh, like I wish I had the energy and the clap back of Maxine Law, Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, ride the Maverick. But other times I wish that just certain behaviors, like behaviors starts actions. I feel like for me, I kind of analyze my situations too much, and I always try to find like where I went wrong so that I could do better. But sometimes it's just like it is what it is. Like I don't have to always keep fixing something about myself. Like I think sometimes to the extreme of what you're saying is like someone who always keeps looking for a problem to fix, and that actually hurts me in business, in personal relationships, where I need to like calm that down because the level of self-awareness I have makes me realize, and I think is with everyone, that everyone is just a bunch of 9-year-olds that are basically grown paying bills and needing to deal with like 9-year-old emotions at times in your big age. So I think for me, I think having awareness of like for me, I just sometimes sit down like, okay, what was the thought that I had? What was the behavior that I had? What was the action that I had? Would I have done it differently? What do I think would have happened because of it? Do I want to move forward to like think this way, act this way, behave this way? Would it serve me? And then if a situation arises, then I'll go ahead and with that level of self-awareness, with that promise that I made to myself, go ahead and act in that way. But I think yeah, that's what I would just share for that. Is like don't go over to like the far extent where now you are so hyper reflective and that you feel like you want to fix almost every single situation that you're in. Sometimes like that is not okay. Like that doesn't come with any type of peace. So I'll say that. But one thing that I do realize I do is that I think about the action, the behavior, and the thought that I had that informed how I showed up. And then I sit with myself and be like, okay, did that empower me or that disempower me? Am I gonna not do that again? Cool, make that promise to myself, don't betray myself. If I want to share with a friend to also process it, I will. And that's about it. Did that make sense?
Yeah, it did. As you were talking, I was thinking that the loop for you is overanalyzing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the cycle. Because to me, if there's actually a cycle that's happening, right? Something that's happening over and over and over and over again, and you're stepping back and observing the thing that's happening over and over again, then that's an okay thing. But if everything that happens, it's not a cycle, and you're analyzing that, then that's something different, right? Then the cycle becomes the analyzing, right? So I was thinking about that as you were saying that. I'm like, okay, like it's almost like a space of, don't get into a space of like where you're constantly in the cycle of self-judgment.
Yeah, basically.
Right. As opposed to being in a reflective position of just looking at a situation that is happening over and over and just being like, what's going on here? Right. So yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's
about
good.
as
I
you were
think
saying.
being reflective is a very powerful thing, but weaponizing it in a way
Yes.
where like it becomes a lot of like self-judgment, which causes like that paralysis and then the hesitancy and then like stepping out of your character. That's not cute. So yeah, my loop is the power strength of the self-awareness is the reflection, but I can weaponize it against myself with the
Yeah.
analyzing and the self-judgment. That's really good. Thank you for bringing that all together for me. That was good.
Zonitra?
This is good because I am actively in a space of breaking cycles, right? So my cycle is to throw money at a problem. And when I mean it in every form of fashion. Like,
yes, come on.
If I feel like my business isn't growing, honestly, this is where it always, if I feel like my business isn't growing to the level of which I expect it to, because please remember, I am the queen of think big, big. Okay. Like, I don't do nothing small. I don't think small. I see the big picture. I see the big gains. I see the big wins. But the problem with that is whenever I don't get to the big wins, then I'm ready to throw some money at a problem, not a problem, but I'm ready to throw some money out there in order to, fix it, right? Or in order to reach the goal that I want. For example, I definitely spent $500 on marketing in Q4. And they was like, I don't think you should do that. I was like, girl, but I know this can get me this, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna throw $500 at it. Another way that I will throw money at a problem, I will go and learn a class. I will take a class. I will learn some stuff. I will pay for learning. Oh, what? How much it costs? $1,000 for this? Cool. Let me take it. I mean, I'm talking. I spent $14,000 on one course.
Woo! Yes.
That I have yet to complete. I completed a portion of it, but I haven't completed $14,000 worth. Okay. And so every time I think about throwing money at a problem, taking another course, because Meta knows me. Meta is giving me all of the courses. $47. And they're giving me the low price one because they know I ain't got the budget right now.
Right. They're like, don't worry about it. We got something for that.
But I don't. So in this season, I am truly cognizant of how I throw money at problems because I ain't got it to throw. So my reaction is to like just go there, and I can't. I don't have the money to throw at the problem. It's not there. So I was like, no, go back to what you've already learned, what you've already acquired, and keep doing that. And when I literally at least 3 to 4 times a day, I do social media management. So I'm on social media, right? I am getting served with ads. And like now they're talking to me like, if you're a consultant and you're looking for a way to have a retainer, that pays you $5,000 a month, if you're a consultant and you're looking for a way to make $400,000 but only working 10 hours a week, like when I tell you they are talking to me, and I have to just go to the next. Go to the next. Keep scrolling, swipe up, swipe left, or swipe right. But I realized that a lot of that is based in I'm not enough. Now again, I would never say I'm not enough, but I may do something like I don't know enough. Let me go learn some more. Or I don't have enough experience. Let me go bring someone else in who does. And so I am every day having to affirm, like, you are enough, you know enough, use what you already have. Everything that you need, you already have. It is in your hand right now. You got to do something with what's already in your hand. You don't have to go acquire more. So like it's funny that this is a topic because every day, I mean, I'm talking for everything. I would pay for a fitness course and I might complete that one because, they're usually like 30 days. But am I consistent? Do I take that and then, apply? No, but I'll throw some more money, especially if it's under $50. Baby, I'm paying for it. I'm getting it.
Right.
There's a season where
it might as well be $5.
Right. That's dinner.
Yeah.
So I'm in a season where I am unable to, but it's made me super cognizant of how often I do that, where I would just throw money at a problem in order to try and get where I'm going. And it don't work because the issue isn't not having enough information. It's not doing enough with the information that I already have. So I'm not learning nothing else. I'm going to just keep pounding the ground with what I have. Yes. Keep finding new ways to tap into the experience that I already have, the knowledge that I already have. So that's how I'm trying to break this cycle.
That's so good. Listen, this is the truth. The idea of I don't know enough is literally the academics' Achilles heel. Like, listen, what we gonna do is try to learn something. Like, no, honey, we gonna try to learn something. Meanwhile, there are people who literally know a third, not even a third, a 25th of what we currently know today. Killing it. Like, I keep reminding myself over and over again, and it's not to degrade these women at all. It is a reminder to my academic self to sit down. Sarah, the PE teacher, and Abby, the waitress, are on these internet streets rolling in the dough. Okay. Like making money off of just the one thing they know. That's it. That's all. So yes, this is so good. So I hope that, if you are someone who may think you're in a cycle, right? If you see something happening over and over again and you really have to step back, that's the self-awareness piece. You have to stop doing it, like stop doing the thing and be like, I feel like I've been here before. And observe it and really be honest with yourself, right? That's the hardest piece. It's like, you really got to be honest with yourself. And go ahead and say ouch and then shift, because you're going to be stuck and you're not going to be able to achieve the thing that you want to get to because you're letting yourself off the hook, right? You're being dishonest and you really just lying to yourself, letting yourself off the hook. So we're going to do these things. We're striving for progress, not perfection. Okay. Yes. We're making progress on these cycles. All right. So how did you do last week? Oh, Eve had a hop on. She might be back in.
I do have something that I learned. I usually don't have anything that I learned.
My bad. Go ahead.
So let me give you what I learned this past week. Okay. And it might resonate. So prepare yourself.
Let me see it.
And we've talked about this in different forms of fashion. But if you feel that every decision has to be the right decision, then you are stuck in flight or freeze mode, right? And the solution to that, this is good. The solution to it is action precedes clarity.
Ooh, yeah.
Action comes before clarity.
Yes. Ooh, yeah.
You have to take action before you even know what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Because it's in the doing where you realize, one, when you start doing things and you start pushing yourself, like, oh, let me try this because that works. You give yourself a boost of confidence. Yes. Now, that boost of confidence may get you to a place where you realize that you don't know a particular thing, but you also now have the confidence of doing the things and knowing that you know the things that you already know.
Yes.
And now you have you know that you need to go and find a solution for that one thing, right? That you didn't know that you can now add to your repertoire. But again, you already have the experience of doing the things. And so we've talked about, there's difference between decisions and choices. You got to make the choice based off of the information, and then you make decisions based off of experience. We've talked about doing it imperfectly. We've talked about take the foot off your own neck, because all of these things keeps us stuck. It keeps us in the freeze place from taking action, but the action is where you find clarity. So do something. I don't care what you do, something. Post something. It doesn't even matter what it is.
Yes.
Do something that takes one small step in the direction, and that'll give you the confidence to take a second and a third, and who knows, maybe by the time you get to step 7 or 8, or maybe even step 3, you realize something that you didn't know, but there's clarity now. You didn't even know you didn't know it when you was at step 1.
Right.
So do the thing, take the steps in order to gain the clarity.
This is so good because this is something that actually happened to me this weekend. So last week I was putting together some emails for my listserv, right? And so I created an email.
Mama.
Yes.
I just sneezed.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I think you're okay though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. My daughter has come to report that she sneezed. So I created an email, and I did this to myself on purpose, but not on purpose. I created an email to go out to my listserv at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, right? I scheduled it. Usually I'll send it automatically. Yes.
Hi, Auntie Z.
Hi, True.
Give me a second, baby. We're on our meeting.
I want a snack.
Okay, go up there and get a bar. Get your stool and get a bar. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it right now. So you can go get it, or you can wait for mama. Child, life is life. So anyway, now on Saturday, I was thinking about that email because I was like, what I want to do is send a response email to the people who are currently in my inbox before that email goes out, right? But I was doing the most on Saturday and forgot. And so Sunday, the email went out, and I sent it myself too. I was like, oh my God, no. Oh, I didn't do the things. I was like, dang, I didn't do the things beforehand. And if I would allow myself, if I wouldn't have scheduled it, I would allow myself to get clarity and do all this and do all that before the email went out. Mm-hmm. Girl, the email went out. I had 2 people sign up.
Look, without doing the thing that you thought you were supposed to do, you didn't think you needed to do what you scheduled the email.
Didn't need no more clarity. Didn't need to do none of the stuff. I said, that is you setting up a system to take action for you, okay, on your behalf to circumvent your need for clarity and your perfection and all these things that's gonna stop you from taking the action. So now I have learned, like, oh, girl, just send an email. You might not even have the perfect email series. Like, we're gonna do this one, then this one, and then that one. Like, no. So
schedule the one you got and schedule it, like, because that's key.
Schedule it
so that regardless if life starts lifing, it goes out.
It goes out.
It don't need you. It's gonna go out regardless.
Yes. So, all right. Let me look back on last week, y'all. Was I writing my stuff down? What's this week? The 10th. Okay, so the first week of February. All right. So last week, I had 7 things that I wanted to do. One was revise my email flow for my freebie, which I did. The other one was do follow-up calls and next steps. I did. I had the majority of my follow-up calls scheduled this week, actually. Oh, I actually did do one last week. And I have like 3 this week. Budget review. I did not. Celebrate my husband. I did. Eat and sleep like a survivor. I did do that. I didn't sleep, but I was definitely trying to eat like a survivor. And I did not apply to NAIR positions, but I did have Tawanda analyze the property for us so that we can make a decision on whether or not we want to actually purchase it. And sent out the delegation of that task to the peoples. So yeah,
good job.
Was catching up from the week before when my children were home sick. Got a couple of things done. Where's your smoothie? Look on the table. Did you? No. Go to the blue table. You have a smoothie on the blue table. Oh, this baby. I'm actually looking forward to this week because I'm starting to feel momentum in my business, and I'm like, okay, Inez, like, pay attention. Okay, pay attention to to how you respond to momentum, right? Because there's an excitement and there's a, do I know enough? Is it good enough that comes up? Like, pay attention. And then also celebrate every small win and just, just inch it forward.
Yep.
Right? We got 2 people who signed up here. We got another person who signed up for Zimbabwe. So it's just like every small thing matters, because if there's 1, then there's 5, then there's 10, then there's 100. And if you could just continue to move it forward, right? Like we can get this plane off the ground. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing this week.
I love it. So last week, looking at my list, I had some big things on the list. And while I did not do the big things, I did do the small things. So I was supposed to batch some client posts. I did not batch, but I did post, right? So we count that as a win because that is what's required. Batching is not required. Posting is.
Yes.
So I did that. I did create the first series of posts for a new client who has yet to give me assets, but I made it happen and got that to my designer, who's back on board. Very happy about that. And oh yeah, I am my own client. I ain't do nothing for me. But the client is paying me. I did do their work. I still have not done fully my budget review. I've done it in my head. I prioritize the things in my head that I know that needs to get paid, but I still need to do like a full audit. So that one kind of gets a part of a check mark. I didn't do the whole thing. Oh baby, your girl was cooking. When I tell you I was cooking, the children are eating, okay? Oh. And my kids don't eat. My kids, all of a sudden they found an appetite. So now I'm on the other side of when I cook something in my head, it's gonna last a long time, even if it's just for me. And now they want second and thirds, and I'm like, wait a minute, baby. I mean, it's good if you eat it, but this not gonna last me to Wednesday if you get a second and third.
That teenage era.
Listen,
like,
even Avery, Mom, can I have some more? I'm like, girl, you don't eat. Whatever. So yes, I was cooking. Very happy about that. 75 strong. I started a new challenge because I paid $30 for one, because I told you I throw money at the problem. But it's been good. Like the first 2 days, I wasn't able to complete it because I didn't get up in enough time. The third day, I was kind of resisting and protesting, and I was like, I'm taking a day off. And on the fourth day, when I went and looked at the schedule, the third day was a rest day anyway. So I thought I was doing something. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And the fourth day, I was able to complete it totally. Now, I skipped 2 days, but we back on it. We're back on it. So I have been working. I'm still working out. It's not 7 days a week, but sometimes it's like 4 to 5. So that's enough. And I'm still, this was last week, but this week I'm still calling in 2 interns, $100,000 contract, debt cancellation, and continued business growth. Because I did launch, and my sweatshirts have shipped. You'll be receiving an email.
Oh my God!
So they have been printed and shipped. I'm just waiting on the tracking information. So I'm super excited about that. So it was a pretty good week.
Yeah.
It was a good week.
Yes. I love it. I cannot wait to wear those. Are we gonna have them by the end of this week?
Yes, you will have them for
oh my gosh. We shall be doing a photo shoot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that just reminded me. I need to order shirts for my travelers. I'm over here right now to go to this lesson. So this week I put budget review at the top because I'm like, I need to do that today. I need to just lead into that on today. The next thing is post every day, and what I put on here was action over clarity. Right,
like that.
Yeah. With that one, just post it, girl. Don't worry about it. Just post it. And to me, that is really either in my stories or on my feed. Either one. I I also am going to be booking accommodations, transportation, and then also just syncing with my point of contact for the trip that I'm planning to Zimbabwe. I'm really excited about this trip because this is the first time where I'm hosting a group and I'm not there. And I'm like, oh, like this is like a pilot. Because I'm used to being on site. So being able to run this from the US and have a point of contact who I trust and have them run it and, you know, just have a system for communication and that type of stuff and still create the experience. I'm just like, okay, like, let me document this so that when it comes time to repeat it, I can do this very easily. I'm still going to put Eat and Sleep Like a Survivor on here. As a reminder to myself, my husband texted me this morning. Girl, he be tired of me, okay? He was like, so yesterday he was like, did you drink your lemon water in the morning and drink your detox? I was like, no, because usually he makes it, but he was at work yesterday. I was like, no. He's talking about why you didn't make it. I was like, I just ain't feel like it. Like, I wasn't really thinking about it. He was like, so this morning, the first text to me this morning was the ingredients. Make the detox with these things, drink it. That was an instruction. Make the lemon water like this, drink it. I was like, okay. You see, I got my little water now.
Please.
I got it together, okay? So we're gonna do that. What else is this week, child? I don't even know. See, you can go ahead. I'm trying to think, child.
So I have my client tasks, which just even taking a look at this list, this is why I gotta stop playing with myself because I am growing, right? The client list is growing. I'm doing the things. Respect the small, you'll get to the big. So all of that is communications based, whether it's social media, newsletters, all of that. Budget review, I really need to actually write it out and make some phone calls. I have to work on my digital workbook, my digital offering that I'm going to have. So I started it. I have an outline. I have a couple of worksheets. I have a template that I'm using that I'm now customizing and making my own and putting my own information in there. So I need to work on that in some capacity. I had one more thing that I wanted to put on here. Oh, I need to for the new business, I need to make sure all of the marketing channels are in place so that whenever you guys do your photo shoots and send it, everything is ready there. So that's the marketing channel.
You need mama to open it? Okay.
And I'm putting hello again, True.
Here, boo. Okay, go see. Go see. Don't worry about it, girl. Go ahead. Go. Be careful.
And then I'm putting my cooking and 75 strong as my self-care number 5 goal.
Yes, don't let go of the 75 stronger. You're almost there.
I know. The funny thing is, everybody assumes it's my countdown to Carnival, and it literally is my countdown to Carnival Day, but not to the trip. So the numbers will still be going, except I will be fetting for workouts once.
Yes.
Because the steps count. Either way, the steps don't get done.
Yeah.
So still calling in 2 interns. I need to take some steps and stop just calling it in. I need to take a step on getting calling in a 100K contract, calling in debt cancellation, and calling in continued business growth. I yelled at myself today. I was like, girl, how many businesses do you have?
Girl.
Because my God.
Not because.
I had to give an update on a bit. And I was like, girl, I said, you know what? Anyway.
Wow.
Mama,
yes.
On the action vehicle I do like a horse.
Oh my God. That sounds amazing.
And she do like this, and the horse do like that.
Oh, okay. She was riding a horse. Oh, child, cheering, honey. Yes, I added IDTT follow-up calls because I have a couple of those this week, which I'm really excited about doing. I want to hear more. So if you're watching this and you are someone who is either a mom who wants to be able to, take more vacations, kids, no kids, whatever. Or if you are someone who wants to travel to more Black countries, drop in the comments where you're trying to go and what's stopping you from making it happen, right? I am coming up with some ways to help Black people get to more Black countries and really have the time of their life, because that's what I've been doing forever at this point. So some of you some calls with people this week about that, and then I want to create and send. Let me go and put it in here, because we said it. Schedule. We ain't gonna send it. We're gonna schedule.
Nope. We're gonna schedule it.
We're gonna schedule the second email to my list to get more people into my funnel. So yes, I'm excited. What's your word for the week?
Ooh.
What was it last week, Jill? I don't forget.
Last week it was destiny.
Yes.
No. Last week it was, oh yeah, that's me. I'm destiny.
Mm-hmm.
My word this week is action. Just take action.
Come on, take the action. Make a move.
Do the thing.
Make a move.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like I need to use the same word for last week, which was unwavering. Like I'm still in the distractions. Actually, no. It's gonna be focused. Because this weekend and at the end of last week, I feel like I was getting very unfocused about the things. Oh, Evalu Boo. Are you back in?
I'm back.
Come on, back in. Yeah, we're doing our word for the week. So I feel like I was gonna say unwavering, because I was like, you need to stay steadfast, but no, it's really focused, girl. Don't get distracted, because I be on social media to do my stuff in my business, then I get distracted by social media. Okay. Or what I will do is I will be like, oh, I need to take a brain break for like 15 minutes, and the brain break be an hour and a half.
Guilty.
So this is why my word for the week is about to be focus. I'm gonna put BIH beside that, just so I remember, because I got stuff to do. Like I got stuff to do. I got too many goals that is coming up in the next 6 months that we got to get done. So yes, Eve, I know you didn't do all the things, but as you think of this week,
copy paste from last week.
The call you had, actually, see what time you got dropped? 10, 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. As you think about what you may be doing this week, what you may be trying to achieve, what is a word do you feel like you will need to stand on so you can stand on getting the business done?
Last week was energy, and my word for the year was overflow. But almost halfway through Black History Month, the word I'm gonna choose is suddenly. I'm gonna choose suddenly.
Ooh, yes.
I'm gonna choose the word suddenly.
Yes.
Whether it be like suddenly receiving blessings and ready to actually do the work to receive the blessings, suddenly receiving phone calls of good news, suddenly receiving good news about good health and good news from other people. Like I want to be in the energy of suddenly, just suddenly all things. Yeah.
That sounds like an expectation word. Expectation, like I expect things to happen suddenly for me. Like it's we don't even have to line up. We don't have to have the preview. We don't have to have any foreshadowing. It's just like boom, there it happened. There you go. Like so, yes, I like that. All right, y'all. Well, drop your stuff in the comments. Okay, if you're watching the replay, drop your goals. Drop something you learned last week. Drop your word of the week. Drop your takeaway. Whatever it is. Just let us know you out there and what you like it and what you need more of. Okay. And other than that, we will see y'all next week. Enjoy your week. See you on Monday.